Introducing Miss Nicole Survey!
Well, thank you. What a warm reception. Thank you. I'm touched sincerely to be here. Paula Dean, I'm touched. Real woman of Philadelphia, I am honored. Well, let me repay you by your very generous cooking show. Well, let's see me earn my bucks. I don't know if you could hear her before, but my name is Nicole, and I am a graduating senior at ASU. And I am studying theater. I don't know if you could tell, but I like things a little different here. Well, I'm going to start showing you this recipe now. Well, the recipe is called garlic bread with pizzazz. And I'm going to start off by telling you what you're going to need for this. You're going to need 1 whole cup of ricotta cheese. And you're going to use 1 whole package. That's right, ladies. I said a whole package of Philadelphia cream cheese. We love our cream cheese in this household here. So you're going to take it and you're going to cube it and you're going to want it at room temperature so you can mix it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You're also going to need some garlic salt and some Italian seasoning and paprika. And also some fresh garlic that you can find in your local supermarket. You want fresh and not any one that's been minced and put in oil because the freshness really helps the flavor of this bread, ladies. And you're going to also want a whole loaf of French bread. And you're going to want to cut it in half. You want French bread, or you don't want, I want French bread because I really like a loaf of French bread. You can use sourdough or wheat if you prefer, but I really like French bread. So you want to cut that in half first, ladies and gentlemen. So you have 2 halves of French bread here. And then you're going to take that whole cup of ricotta cheese and put it in a mixing bowl. 1 big mixing bowl so you can mix everything together. And then you're going to take all of that cubed cream cheese and add it to the mixture. All right, and then when you get this all nice and blended together, you're going to want to add a half a teaspoon of garlic salt to the mixture. And you're also going to want to add a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, okay? So you go ahead and add that in. And while you're doing this, you're going to start thinking about chopping and mincing up that fresh garlic. So you're going to mix this together here so it's all nice and blended. You got little specks of that Italian seasoning and a nice fresh garlic scent from that garlic salt right there. Give that a little taste. Tastes good. So now you're going to take that fresh garlic, and it's kind of hard to get out, ladies, but you just got to give it a little push. You can use a knife to help break it. Really helps, you know. Sometimes it's a little firm and you need help. So you're going to take it, and you're just going to mince it down here on the counter. Just going to take that, and you're just going to chop it up. All right? And you want to make sure you get that nice and tiny because you don't really want a big piece of garlic, you know, because if you got a big piece of garlic, it's not going to be too nice when you take a bite of that bread later on. All right, so you're going to mix 5 to 6 of these little cloves, depending on how big they are. You don't really need a lot of garlic, but you're going to take that here, got it on my knife, and you're going to add that to your butter. And ladies, we're using a whole stick of butter. That's right, Paula. I said a whole stick of butter. We love our butter in this household, too, because we are real women here. So you're going to take that, and you're going to want to put that on a low heat, low to medium, so it doesn't simmer over on you while you're cooking, you know, because that would be the worst, burning your butter. Nothing ever can be saved, you know. So you're going to want to make sure this is all nice and mixed up. Well, that's melting out there for you. Shouldn't take too long, you know, you're only using 1 stick. And if you got it on a medium to low and you got a nice oven, it'll be good. Now you're going to want to preheat your oven, 350 to 400, depending on how nice your oven is. Here at my apartment, it's a pretty okay oven. It's not too high class, but it cooks really nice. So we set ours at 350 degrees. Alrighty? So now you're going to come and get your whole loaf of bread, or half a loaf if you're cooking for yourself. You got a whole loaf for a family, that's great. But right here on the counter, we are going to take this down here on the counter, this piece of bread, and we're going to smear our mixture right onto that bread. You don't want it too thick because then you got too much going on, you know, too much flavor and everything, but you just want a nice smooth mixture of that cheese right there along the bread, okay? And then go back here to the stove and you check on your butter. And it should be nice. Yep, here we go. That's perfect. Alright, so you're going to want to go ahead and turn your burner off. You want to bring this back to the counter back here. And you ever so gently, you don't want a lot of that garlic on there, ladies. So, you just drizzle that butter right across. Okay? You don't need a lot of it on there, just a little bit. You don't want too much of that garlic. Depending on how fine you chopped it, it's all good. Alright. Put that over there. And now, here's where the pizzazz comes in. We like color in this household too because I'm theatrical and I like dramatic color. So, we're going to add a little bit of paprika to the top as well. Just right down in a line there. Alright? And because this Italian seasoning works so well inside the cheese, put a little bit in your palm, ladies. And you're just going to sprinkle that on top of there too. For nice presentation and color. Alright. So depending on what kind of oven you have, your oven should now be preheated. And you're going to go ahead and stick the piece of bread, your garlic bread, which looks so lovely, ladies and gentlemen, into the oven. And this should cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay? Alright, make sure we got our hot pans, you know, our little pan there for you. And time warp! Alright. 10 minutes have passed. So, let's check in on our bread, shall we? Alright. Oh, now doesn't that just look gorgeous? Look at that bread, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it looks gorgeous. And the aroma is amazing coming off of it over here. So now, we're going to get our serving plate. Alright? And we're going to put that serving plate on the counter. Okay? And we're going to drizzle it with just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. EVOO, some people like to call it. Alright. Got a little bit of that going on. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you can never really have too much of this Italian seasoning. So, I'm going to sprinkle that along the plate as well. Alright. Got a little whisk away there. Alrighty. And back here, we're just going to go ahead and cut this bread in half. Woo! Watch out, ladies, it can be a little bit hot for you. And you're going to want to just take that and plate that like that. And you know what? Got yourself garlic bread with pizzazz. Gonna try me a piece of that right now.
Introducing Miss Nicole Service!
Oh, well, thank you. What a warm reception. Thank you. I'm touched sincerely to be here. Paula Dean, I'm touched. Real woman of Philadelphia, I am honored. Well, let me repay you by your very generous cooking show. Well, let's see me earn my bucks. I don't know if you could hear her before, but my name is Nicole, and I am a graduating senior at ASU. And I am studying theater. I don't know if you could tell, but I like things a little different here. Well, I'm going to start showing you this recipe now. Well, the recipe is called garlic bread with pizzazz. And I'm going to start off by telling you what you're going to need for this.